welcome to another video. Today we are going to be doing an honest review of the Guts Racing ribbed seat cover. Guts Racing is one of our sponsors for the 2024 race season, and Pat is super excited to get this cover on the bike, try it out, and let you guys know what he thinks. So let's go.
Hey, I'm Gina.
And I'm Pat. When I decided to get back on the bike after 5 years without racing,
I decided to document the journey. So come along with us as we show you the ins and outs and ups and downs of living the moto life.
All right, Pat, so tell us why you decided to go with Guts Racing for your seat cover and why you decided to even put a seat cover on your bike in the first place.
Yeah, well, two good questions there, and they're a little bit different. So the reason I chose to go with Guts Racing versus the other seat companies that make a similar seat is just because I have so many friends that ride at a really high level that are either sponsored by or use Guts Racing seats, and I've seen them go through so many hours and hours and hours of riding and racing and training on those seat covers, and they still look unbelievably brand new. I've heard nothing but high praise from everyone that I know that uses them, and it was just a company that I really wanted to kind of work with because of, I think, the impact they're having on the sport and just how quality of a product it is. So that's why I chose Guts Racing. Why I'm choosing to go to a ribbed seat in general versus the stock seat cover that comes on the bike is just because I've noticed that when I'm riding, especially coming back after however many years I've been away, trying to work on my form, my technique, trying to be in the right position, and trying to make sure that I am using, just the amount of energy that I need, I'm noticing how often I'm kind of sliding back, how I'm not able to stay in the position that I want to. And everything that I've heard so far is that this seat will help you kind of maintain your position while you're cornering and through a lot of the transitions that we kind of go through racing or riding on the track. And it's just something that I'm really excited to kind of see if it has the benefit that I think it's going to have versus just, sliding back and kind of having the bike pull me. Coming back at this point, I need all the help that I can get to maintain that proper position, and I just really think that this is going to be something that's going to help me do that. So I'm excited to try it and see it and let you guys know what I think, if it's really an improvement, if it's all a bunch of hype, or what. I'm excited for that.
And can you show us what it looks like straight out of the box and then what the process is to actually go about getting this seat cover put on the seat?
Yeah, so Guts Racing just sent us this amazing red ribbed seat cover for the 24 CRF 250. Just so you can kind of see it close up if you can, the texture, if that's in focus, which I was unaware of initially. I thought it was just a smooth cover with the ribs, but it's not. It's actually amazing. It's like a very grippy texture, and then the grip is also on the ribs. So that was a nice surprise, and it's going to really let me know that I'm probably going to stay planted to this seat for sure. So here's what it comes right out of the packaging. It's built amazing, stitched incredibly. So if it's built this well right out of the box, I'm really excited to see what the performance kind of enhancement will be. So they send it to you just like this. Now, something that I really did want to talk about, and I do believe it's going to be a personal preference kind of a thing. So even if I'm in the minority, I'm okay with this. You can purchase it as a Velcro cover where you actually can get the seat, and instead of stapling with a staple gun, you can actually use a Velcro. I didn't personally want to do that. Every seat cover I've ever put on, I felt comfortable stapling. The stock cover comes stapled, so I really also wanted to staple that. So what we did is we picked up this Arrow electric staple gun, and it uses T50 staples. Make sure that you get the T50 staples to match the blue T50 that the stapler takes, as we had to return staples because we got the wrong staple. So the T50 staples, we're using 3/8 by 10 millimeter. There's a bunch of different sizes, but this is the one that I've always kind of used. And also I did a little research, and this is the one that people are using predominantly. We're going to link all of these things down in the description below, so if you have any interest in actually using exactly what we're using, you'll be able to go right to it from the links that we're putting in. So what I'm going to be doing personally is I'm actually going to be putting the cover, is what I was talking about earlier, I'm going to be putting the cover over the stock seat cover. I'm not taking the stock seat cover off. It's a big question. A lot of people kind of are searching for, do you take the cover off? Can you put the new cover on the old cover? What should you do? And again, just personally for me, I enjoy doing this better. I like having the old seat cover and the form of the old seat cover on the foam with the glue already intact underneath the cover that I'm putting on. So I'm going to be putting this cover on over the stock seat cover. It's just a personal feeling. I know a lot of people also just take the seat cover off and try to put this right over the regular foam. I don't think there's a right or wrong, just a personal preference. I'm going to be doing this not live here because I'm uncertain as to how long it's going to actually take for me to put this on for the first time, but I will share with you what I learned about how they recommend doing it. And then we'll show you kind of a little bit about of the process of how I go about putting this on. So the first thing that they tell you to do is to actually put the front of the seat cover on first, right over here, and get it so that the stitches are in front of the lip of the seat. So you want to be making sure that the stitching isn't too far back, otherwise it will tear. So you want the stitching when you're pulling it over to pull it over right over the plastic so that you have a nice solid place to staple. So what they recommend is that you put the first staples here in the front of the seat so that you have a good form and shape to your seat cover so it matches perfectly. The next thing they will tell you to do is to pull the seat cover over the back of the seat. Pulling it over the back of the seat, doing the same thing, making sure that the stitches are down far enough so that when you staple it, it doesn't tear. Now what this will do is it's going to give you a nice, what they call at Guts Racing, a canopy. This part of the seat will have a canopy once the front and back is tight. So the next thing you're going to do with the canopy, they will tell you to put your knee here as you pull the sides down, stapling along the way, keeping in mind the same thing with the stitching going over the edge so that you don't lose the form of the seat. And what I will share with you is with no staples at all, again, just a kind of a credit to the company, with no staples at all, it actually holds a really amazing position. So I am excited to have this thing stapled down. I think it's going to fit as well as I think it's going to fit, which is amazing. So I love the look. I love the feel of it, I love the quality, and I'm excited to put it on and get this bike ready to rip with the Guts Racing seat. So the next time you see us, we're going to actually be at our friend David's track upstate. He's letting us ride and try this out and test and tune, and we'll be able to get all the info for you, and I can do my best to share the difference between a stock seat cover and the Guts Racing ribbed seat and let you know if I found it beneficial at all. All right, we are back. We're out here at my boy David Nitto's track. We got the cover on. It went on really well. The staple gun and staples worked perfectly. It fits tight. I'm really pumped with it. And even, you know, I haven't done this in a long time, and I was able to get all of the edges correct, and there's no kind of like wrinkles or folds. I'm pretty excited. So also pumped to see how my staple job holds up and give you guys my honest opinion on whether or not I think this is worth it. So we're gonna fire this thing up. We're gonna go out on this incredible track in this beautiful place, and we'll be back soon to tell you what we think.
Now that you got a chance to ride with the seat cover, what do you think of it?
I am thoroughly impressed. I actually can't believe the difference. It's the first time actually riding with a gripper seat in general, let alone one with the little bands there, and it did exactly what I wanted it to, which was it held me in the turns in the position that I wanted to be in. And while I'm building up my arm strength, it's the most important thing that I'm focusing on is my technique, making sure that I'm in the proper place. And so any help that I can get is definitely welcome. So the seat actually went on again really easily. It's held up through however many motos we have been doing out there, and I couldn't be happier with it.
So now that you've gotten a chance to try it, would you recommend the seat cover to other people who are thinking about switching out the stock seat or putting on a seat cover?
I would. I would recommend to just about anybody, because the things that I was worried about with the cover didn't happen. Meaning, I was worried that it was going to be so grippy that as I was holding position, like my pants would fall down and it would pull me literally out of position. But anybody that kind of wants to feel a little bit more in control, a little bit more stable, and kind of take a little bit more pressure and stress off of your arms while you're practicing your technique or in any race scenario, I would highly recommend it. So again, we chose the Guts Racing seat just because of its durability and how many people that we know at a high level that use it. But whichever one you feel most comfortable with, as far as the gripper seat, I would recommend going for it, at least giving it a shot.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching our video. If you want to follow along on our journey, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. And if there's any other products you want us to review, let us know down in the comments below.
Thank you. See you next time.
Bye.